I'm speaking again today with Bob Weissman, agency specialist, and today we're talking about profitability. So Bob, working with you, how do you focus on helping an agency principal develop profitability in their business, not just growth?
Well, first of all, Mark, it should be a whole lot easier than it is today. And, all agency principals are challenged with building profitability for their agency, building value. And the one thing you should, agency principals should know is they're clearly not alone.
Yeah.
Okay, they're in it with a lot of people.
Club, yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, though, if they don't really start looking to the future and making change soon, it's going to come back and bite them. And what I always tell people is time is their enemy. Their competition isn't sitting idly doing nothing. So what I've done is I've really helped a number of agencies reposition themselves, build a focus, and then build the processes internally to build profitability into everything they do. So typically speaking, the first thing we look at is, are you unique in any way? Do you have a unique selling proposition?
Right.
That's your USP. We'll use that as language. So as an example, a number of years ago, I was working with a web development company, and I helped them reposition themselves as a retail e-commerce provider, and now they have well over 100 employees and doing very large engagements, etc. Again, most agencies are extremely challenged to effectively get new business. What's their business development process? Well, the first thing I tell them is I work with them to help them map out what they currently do well today, look at their past clients. What did their past clients look like? What are your current clients doing? Because it's much easier to get business from people who know you than people who've never heard from you before. So strategically, we do account planning. We then look to new clients. And how do we get new clients? Well, of course, that's all about lead generation programs, targeting the right customers, messaging, distributing our messaging, providing thought leadership. So I help them develop the messaging, the target audiences that they need to build into. Okay. So ultimately, if you've got a good business development process, well, if you can think it and you can sell it, well, now I got to build it. I got to build it. And that all comes down to operations. And that comes down to operational processes and being operationally excellent. So have I built into my company the processes that help each project be profitable? So I'm a kind of an operations guy, and I focus very heavily on that. Well, clearly, if you've done all those things, then you have an effective financial model which informs every decision you'll make about marketing, hiring, how much money you can spend on X, Y, and Z. So we tie all these things together, whether it be lead generation, whether it be financial modeling, your USP, etc. But candidly, none of that works if you don't have the right people. Okay, so as an agency principal, you should be thinking loudly about recruitment, retention, professional development, what's your culture, and all those things. So having been an agency principal myself, I truly understand how to help you get people. So I've helped probably a number of companies recruit well over 50 people. Okay. I focus on what are the retention strategies. Do we build incentive programs into our program? How do we do performance reviewing?
Keeping that talent in-house.
Keeping talent in, because keep in mind how costly it is to replace talent.
Absolutely.
And if your top talent walks out the door, you're in a world of hurt. Yeah. You're in a world of hurt. Yeah. So basically, to make a long story short, Mark, for this section anyway, what I do is I work with agencies on all different levels, but it usually starts with the USP, goes into their business development processes, their operational processes, their financial processes, and it's all about people. Yep. And if you do that right, you've got a profitable model.
Profitability coming. Well, I know that, really, every agency has things in common, but every agency is unique, of course. We're trying to, put out as much good stuff in our conversations here at this more general level, but I know that you're available if somebody wants to have even a brief chat on the phone about some specifics, right? You're available to...
Yeah, they should know how to contact me through my website, through my email address, and so forth, and then we can get specifically into your unique challenges.
Well, there you have it. So if you want to talk about how to build some profitability into your agency, Bob Weissman, agency specialist, is waiting to have that conversation with you. So join us over on the website.
Thanks, Mark.